Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the ICC Academy Grounds Oval number 2 for the SkyX.net ICC Academy Arabian Cricket League 2022-2023, powered by FanCode. Well, a fascinating encounter tonight. Two very balanced sides. It's match number 12 of the tournament. It's Mideast Metals taking on the mighty Pacific Group, coming off a very, very close loss in the first match. And Mideast Metals, they played 2, won 1 and lost 1. So a very crucial encounter for both sides. Well, I was there earlier in the evening out there with the two captains for the toss. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the ICC Academy Oval Ground number 2. We're here for the SkyX.net ICC Academy Arabian Cricket League 2022-2023, powered by FanCode. It's match number 12, and what a game we're going to have. We have Mujahid Amin leading Pacific Group. We have a change in the match referee, Mr. Tehseen Javed standing in tonight, and Mr. Khurram Khwaja, the captain of Mideast Metals, is going to be Pacific Group to flip, Mideast to call. Tails is the call. It has come down as tails. Mideast Metals, they won the toss. Khurram Khwaja, sir, you've won the toss. What have you decided?
We're going to bat first.
And what is the game plan behind that?
Well, normally the dew settles in later on in the evening, but today it's already dew is there, so there is no advantage in bowling first as such. So now we're going to look to put some good decent total and try to defend it.
It's a very strong side in Pacific Group. What do you think is a decent total that you can defend?
Well, I think we should be targeting something like 190, 200, and that should be a good score to defend.
Any changes in the playing 11?
Yes, Ali was in Pakistan. He came back, and one more guy, Mustafa, he came. So a couple of changes there.
Best of luck for the game, sir.
Thank you so much.
Mujahid bhai, unfortunately toss हार गए, bowling आ गई, लेकिन अगर आप toss जीते तो क्या करते?
हमारा भी प्लान बॉलिंग का ही था।
तो क्या स्कोर आपको लग रहा है इस पिच पे काफी हरा भरा है, कितने पे इनको रोक लेना चाहिए?
इनको आई थिंक 150 से नीचे रोकेंगे तो अच्छा है।
और पहला मैच आपका टूर्नामेंट में हार गए, काफी क्लोज मैच था, उसके बाद कोई टीम में तब्दीलियां की हैं?
आज के मैच में 2 तब्दीलियां, अदील मलिक एंड साकिब मंशात, दो चेंजेस किए।
उससे भी बड़े नाम आप लोग टीम में ले आए हैं। बेस्ट ऑफ लक फॉर द गेम मुजाहिद भाई।
थैंक यू।
Right then, news from the center in this exciting match. It's Mideast Metals who won the toss and they're going to bat first. Right then, an important toss to win. Mideast Metals won the toss and elected to bat first. Let's run through the two team lineups for you. For Mideast Metals, it's Khurram Khwaja, the skipper. Noman Khan, Manal Siddiqui, the hard-hitting batters up top. Tehran Khan Niazi, outstanding fast bowling all-rounder. Awais Noor, that very handy, plucky middle order player. Hazrat Bilal, right arm fast, very, very fast indeed. Faizan Awan, Atiq Rahman, the stylish wicketkeeper bat. Haroon Altaf, well, they've boosted their batting resources. He's back in the side. Ali Anwar, the star all-rounder. And Mustafa Ayub, the new addition into the 11 as well. And for Pacific Group, we have Triple J, Jiju Janardhanan, Hamdan Tahir, wicketkeeper bat. Mujahid Amin, left arm tweaker. And the skipper, Lakshman Manjrekar, another very hard-hitting all-rounder. Abhay Jotin, well, he's been the standout player of this season at the ICC Academy so far. Outstanding prospect. Mayank Chaudhary, classy right-hand batter. Fayaz Ahmed, Akif Raja, Saqib Manshid, the two spearheads. Zishan Abid, backup wicketkeeper and a very useful batsman as well. And Adil Malik, excellent addition. High quality leg spinning all-rounder into the side. So they've boosted their resources significantly as well for a very important match for them. They had that soul-crushing last over loss to Future Mattress when they just couldn't get across the line. They had 12 runs to win, and Mohammad Uzair Khan bowled a brilliant over to restrict them. But now they'll be looking to make amends and get on the points table with a win over Mideast Metals. And Mideast Metals looking to get back to winning ways, especially with Ali Anwar back in the side. Well, the two Mideast Metals openers are out there in the middle. Faizan Awan alongside Khurram Khwaja. And alongside me, Ahmed Khwaja in the com box. It's a very familiar name, a very familiar face, and a very familiar voice. It's the one and only Super Neil Oja. Good evening, sir.
Thank you so much, Ahmed. Such a pleasure to be back alongside you, calling the games of the ICC Academy Arabian Cricket League 22-23. Akif Raja will be given the responsibility with the ball for Pacific Group. How good the setup is at the ICC Academy. The ovals and non-stop cricketing action coming in live.
Absolutely. It's going to be a long tournament. 16 teams, 59 matches over the duration of almost 2.5 months. So who can go through the grind? Who can come out top? It's going to test your bench strength. It's going to test your heart. It's going to test your temperament. It's going to test your fitness. And you're doing it at the HQ of cricket, the ICC Academy. What better place than that to deliver the goods? Akif Raja coming in from the academy and very, very fine swing bowler. UAE international player. He's teaming in for the first ball of the night. And cautiously played to point. That's a good start for both the bowler and the batter.
Well, indeed, yeah. No need for rush of blood. No need to go big on the very first delivery. Considering you know that Akif definitely brings a lot of quality when he comes into bowl.
And of course, Neil Oja being part of the UAE national side strength and conditioning staff, you know this man quite intimately.
Well, indeed, he's grown. He's grown in caliber. He's grown in his ability to deliver. And there's no reason why one should be considering him in a few top bowlers in the country.
Absolutely no debate in that. Genuine pace, swings the ball late. There's a slip and gully in place for him already to Faizan Awan. Good looking punch. That's a solid shot. Oh, a misfield at mid-off. And well, Faizan is coming off a golden duck, so he'll feel a lot better about himself now.
Yeah, a single there to open the account for the team. And for Faizan himself, that'll bring the skipper, Khurram Khwaja, on strike.
He's also been in decent batting nick. Got the player of the match award in his first game. And looking to get going tonight as well. Oh, attempted Yorker there. Look at that swing and late movement. And that's a brilliant take by young Hamdan Tahir as well.
He's a good pair of hands behind the wickets, Hamdan Tahir. And an equally amazing batter.
I think it's just a matter of time before Hamdan makes his debut in the international circuit for the UAE national side. Genuine match winner with the bat, bats up top, and a very safe keeper as well. Down the leg side, perhaps trying to dig that ball into the ribs of Khurram Khwaja. The two umpires in the middle tonight are Vipin Singh and Shiju Sam. Very experienced, high quality officials we have for this very important encounter.
Well, yeah, both these sides are again top-notch sides. Quality cricket is what you'll be experiencing right here. Akif Raja just very tenderly placed. Dot ball.
And it was an interesting point that the Mideast Metals skipper Khurram Khwaja made during the toss, that the dew is already here, so there's no point looking for that advantage in the second innings. Let's just get on with it, forget about it. It's going to trouble both sides, so we want to put a score on the board and make them chase. And they have a much better bowling attack tonight as well, with Anwar in on the pads, just perhaps snaking down the leg side. Khurram Khwaja looking for that pickup shot towards square leg. He usually smashes those for a maximum, but Akif Raja does have that extra zip, extra pace, and with the new ball, he'll certainly challenge the best of the lot.
It's been a very good over so far. just 2 on the board. Akif would be looking for a wicket. Generally, when you bowl a tight over like this, you're also trying to aim to get a wicket or 2.
Punch to mid-off and safely done by the skipper, Mujahid Amin. Quiet over to open up for Mid-East, 2 for none. Saqib Manchad to share the new ball with Akif Raja. He'll be coming in from the school end. And thankfully, he's a left arm swing bowler, even though that right hand has been bandaged up quite significantly. He should be all right to bowl. And he's a trooper, a true team man. He's not worried about his injuries. He wants to play the game for his side.
I wonder what caused that injury. Because while, yes, he'll be bowling with just one hand, and this one has been placed beautifully. Faizan will get the first boundary of the match. Mid-East Metals get away with that boundary.
Well, he's just caressed it over the top of cover point. Didn't look to hit it too hard. It was short, it was wide, and just gave it a lift. Moved it along to the boundary. Nice shot for Faizan Awan to get some confidence.
Well, yeah, boundary there. Saqib, meanwhile, because when you're fielding, when you're trying to catch a ball, both the hands come into play. Down the leg side will be a wide. He's bowling with 2 slips, which means movement is something that we know he's expecting of the deck with the new ball.
Excellent take there by Hamdan. That bounce right in front of him can be quite difficult for the keepers. Interesting to see Saqib getting that in-swing going to the right-hander. Usually gets it to move prodigiously across the right-hand batter towards the slips. So a different look, perhaps trying to experiment a bit tonight. Back of a length, looking for a single, but it will be cut off by Abhay Jotin. What a find he's been. One of the eye-catching batters here in the ICC Academy throughout the season. Wonderful player.
Definitely, yes. Gobbled up immediately by the Pacific group. Realized that he is a good pick. Playing for one of the top sides in the country.
Yeah, he was with the Dubai Daredevils in the previous ICC Academy Summer Cup. Then made the switch. Oh, chased that one. That is the typical Saqib Manchad outswinger. Very lucky there. Faizan Awan went fishing. Thankfully, nobody took the bait.
You're right. Look at the way, no feet movement whatsoever. The front foot was in a position to drive straight, and then the bat, if you see, was flying towards gully.
Have to be watchful, have to give them due respect. This time back cut, nicely controlled. There is a fielder down at deep third, so only going to be one. So a sedate start for both sides, Pacific Group and Mid-East Metals. I really like these Pacific Group uniforms. Looking very sharp indeed. They look good on you, Neeloja.
Well, I would any day trade my suit for a kit.
Yeah, certainly. It is a joy to be playing out there. Such wonderful facilities we have here at the ICC Academy. Oh, that one just nipped away off the surface, held its line a bit, and Khurram Khwaja was in a bit of trouble there. Very beautifully bowled by Saqib.
Yeah, if you see, he's taken the second slip off just keeping one slip. And that angle that he generated, the slight movement of the deck.
Very prodigious seam movement there off this pitch. This one will be wide. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag of an over from Saqib Manshad Neil.
Oh, you're right. He's bowled a couple of wides. Started off with a boundary, came back really, really well. Barring those 2 wides, I think he's done well for himself and his side.
He's not getting that carry through though. Perhaps it's a slowish deck. Not as quick as we had imagined during the toss. Oh, lovely flick through square leg. Akif Raja gets the skates on and he can't cut it off. That's a classy flick on the leg side from the captain of Mid East Metals to get off the mark.
Very well played. 2 overs gone. It's 13 for none.
Just taking a look at that. Very confident playing across the line. Well, that shows you he's a man in form. No chance for the deep fine leg. Akif Raja continues from the academy end. Oh, had a dip at that one. Not the right shot. It wasn't close enough to cut.
Well, yeah. Cut is one of those shots that players love to play, especially when they realize that the fielders in the backward point region are inside the 30-yard circle. That shot is a high revenue shot.
Absolutely, cricket is an offside game. You have to have those shots behind point, especially with the faster bowlers at higher levels. Forcing shot through extra. Zishan Abid manning that region. And if they can just see off this new ball barrage from Akif and Saqib, there are plenty of runs to be had. We've seen the trend at the ICC Academy Oval 2. You just get past the new ball with wickets intact. In the second half, you can even make 120, 140 runs in 10 overs.
You're absolutely right. Definitely a bigger opportunity. Driven beautifully. Straight to the fielder though. Dot ball.
Well, that was absolutely smoked to Mujahid Amin. I think he got in the way of the ball rather than vice versa.
Yes, so true.
Hit very hard from Faizan. He looks a slight batter, but he has that gift of timing.
Indeed. Faizan 6, Khwaja on 4. Both of these players. Let's try and build a partnership.
Short ball. Has he gloved it? Oh, it's just curved away from the keeper. Waiting for the umpire's signal. And is given as bye, so he didn't make a connection there.
Well, yeah, Akif would not be very happy. These fast bowlers, they never like it when runs are conceded. A boundary there.
I think the seam just straightened or tilted towards fine leg, hence that big movement when it hit the green behind the pitch. But it was a good tactic there from Akif Raja. I like his aggressive nature. He's always striving for wickets, whether he's in his first spell or the third. He believes he can knock anybody over. You need to have that mindset, that attitude to be a top fast bowler.
Much better, much better. Brilliant blocking there, but the ball was so much better.
Well, sometimes just a forward defensive shot can give you so much confidence, Neil. That was right out of the middle of the stick from Faizan Awan. Beautiful technique.
Not very often we get to see that. Not very often we get to see players just blocking a delivery in the shorter format. You'll see more often than not batters trying to extract all that they can from any delivery that's coming their way. One last delivery.
Only 2 runs off his bowling so far. Akif Raja. That was very quick, rushed onto him. Barely got his bat down in time. It will be a leg by. So steady over from Akif. Will he bowl a third? If I am the captain of Pacific Group, I'd persist. 18 for none. So Saqib Munshid will continue. 11 off his first over. He'll be slightly disappointed. He was a touch wayward. Don't expect that from a high quality fast bowler like him. On the pads, and there's deep square leg giving a chase. Akif Raja. Well, he's been made to put in the hard yards in the field, but it's going to be another boundary.
Well, you're erring in line there, Saqib. And I can tell you one thing, Ahmed, a lot has to do with the non-bowling arm. His non-bowling arm is injured, which primarily means that he cannot put that kind of an effort with that non-bowling arm. And as much as we think that the non-bowling arm doesn't do much, this is the difference. The non-bowling arm gives you balance, it gives you power, it changes a few things in your biomechanics if it's not at 100%.
Completely agree. Well said, Neil. Inside edge, once again trying that forcing shot through the offside. And not just your biomechanics, but mentally it's in the back of your mind that something is not quite right with me, my rhythm is not right, maybe it's because of my injury, so you're distracted from your number one role.
100%. Psychologically also you are on the back foot because that concern is always there. Short and wide, and this one has been played into the gap. 4 runs.
Once again, he's just trampolined it over cover point. Poor delivery. Saqib, a very fine new ball bowler, but he doesn't quite have the pace he used to. And well, that was just asking to be smacked. Easy pickings for Faizan Awan. He's hit a few crisp boundaries of Saqib Munshid already.
Khwaja, non-strikers end 4, Faizan 10. Between these two guys, they've scored 14, but 26 on board, which means a lot of extras have come in through buys and leg buys.
Better delivery, and they'll take the quick single as well. Excellent batting from Faizan. And yes, this pair has certainly done a very decent job. Current run rate of 7.4 in the power play with 10 wickets intact. Very acceptable indeed. And Pacific Group coming off a loss against Future Mattress. They're just looking to get themselves into the game.
Well, slowly and steadily, it's a 20 over game. You get time to plan your innings. You get time to settle in, play in a few good deliveries. No. Wide it will be.
Well, Saqib looks aggrieved, but completely agree with umpire Bipin Singh's call there. Just beyond the tram lines, and Khurram Khwaja was stationary from his leg stump, middle stump guard. Definitely a wide. He's really improved his batting in the last 6 months or so. Pretty reliable opener now. Makes those hard runs down the leg side. Well, Saqib Manshad is having a bit of a nightmare out there tonight.
Yeah, he's not going to be impressed with himself. He is a top class bowler, bowls those tight lines. I'm sure he's thinking right now a lot about what to do, how to make those changes.
Well, I'm just surveying the team sheets, looking for what other fast bowling options they have. Seeing a lot of left arm spinners there though. Mujahid Amin, Lakshman Manjrekar.
Oh,
Inside edge. The good old fashioned French cut. They'll scamper for one. They do have Adil Malik in the side though. Could they use him in the power play early on?
Ideally they should. There's no reason why they shouldn't. There's a lot of experience, a lot of gameplay time. Maybe get him to bowl that one, replacing Saqib. Keep Akif for one more.
Yeah, there have to be some questions answered by Mujahid Amin. He will be pondering how to get this pair dismissed. That's a beauty from Saqib Manshad. Just beating the outside edge of Faizan Awan. A lengthy over comes to an end, 30 for none. Well, we'd just been informed by our statsman, Abdul Wasi. 14 extras, as you can see there. Well, that's certainly helping them along. Pacific Group need to pull up their socks and pull a lot better here, because Mid-East Metals, to be quite frank, look quite untroubled. Well, I should have asked for something else. Maybe a Ferrari. Because Adil Malik, as we had expected and hoped, is right into the attack, Neil Oja.
Well, yeah, rightly so. They need to bring in some variations because both these batters were looking very comfortable. They were getting those odd boundaries, a bunch of extras, like you mentioned, 14. Need to put some brakes on those.
Very skillful, leggy, quick arm action. Beats the outside edge immediately. And, well, if you can see a resemblance, well, then you're right. He is the younger brother of Pakistan's superstar all-rounder Shoaib Malik, and a very high-quality player in his own right. Perennial T20 champion. A key member of the Sialkot Stallion squad that dominated Pakistan's domestic T20 circuit for more than a decade, probably throughout the mid-2000s. They were the team to beat. Sliced away, good feeling at short third by Lakshman, but they will pick up one. I think Adil will be slightly disappointed with that.
Yeah, I mean, you should have charged to the ball instead of waiting for the ball. Will be a single, and that'll bring Faizan on strike.
Very close in field on the offside. There's a short third, backward point, cover, extra cover, and that mid-off, all looking for something there. Beautiful cut and a misfield. Well, adding to the frustrations of Adil Malik. That's a poor effort, and Faizan gets a boundary.
Faizan has been looking for width. He's been waiting to get that width. In fact, for deliveries which didn't have width, he was trying to cut them as well. Poor effort there.
Well, yeah. They just haven't gotten out of the right side of the bed this morning, Pacific Group. Extras, misfields. Are they feeling the pressure of this game, Neil? It's a must win for them.
Well, they are a top side. I wonder why take that pressure, because taking pressure on oneself has never helped any individual player or a side.
Well, I always love to say pressure is a state of mind. It's not a real thing. There's nobody sitting on your head, on your shoulders. It's only you who are inflicting it upon yourself. So if you can just compartmentalize it, channel it properly, you can use it properly as well. Slashed, and that's a brilliant catch. Well, there you go, Zishan Abid. He's a wicketkeeper by trade, and that's a brilliant one taken at backward point.
And again, width on offer, but this time slightly slower. Didn't time it well, went straight to the fielder. A well-timed jump and a good catch. End of the first wicket. Mid-East Metals, they lose Faizan.
Good catch.
.35 for 1. That'll bring Manal Siddiqui on strike. 214. That strike rate is mammoth. 47 runs for him in 2 games that he's played. Soft hands, wanted a single. Khurram says no, and that should be the over. 5 overs gone. It's 35 for 1. So it's going to be Manal and Khurram who will have to take responsibility with the bat now, as Jiju Janardhanan comes in with the ball, and coming in with the microphone is Abdul Rahman. Abdul, welcome.
Thank you so much, Super Neil Oja. Triple J, as Ahmed Khwaja calls him. Third pacer in this Pacific Group lineup. And goes down the leg side, a wide. Seems to be the familiar story of this Pacific Group bowling so far. Just too many extras. Khurram Khwaja has faced 9 deliveries, scored only 6. Yet they are 36 for 1 in the power play.
That's one way to get runs, and that is gifts. And Mid-East Metals, I think Christmas has come early for them.
Or they're celebrating Diwali, one of the two. Quick single taken. Manal Siddiqui, 44 years young, and he's enjoying his cricket. As you were mentioning, when he walked in, 214 strike rate, took to Savur Jammu for 22 runs in an over, and he's been batting really well. I think Mid-East Metal has missed a trick though. They should have opened the batting with him, because he needs to face the fast bowlers. He loves batting against pace.
You're right. That little thought process maybe would have gone away from Mid East Metals with spinner on one end. I think they just missed the trick.
Yeah, that leg side boundary from where Manal is batting right now, that's what he peppered the Tasawwur Jammu, and would have enjoyed batting against Saqib Manshad, who's taking the ball away from the right-hander. Very strong square on the offside, Manal Siddiqui.
Dot balls back to back. Started off with a wide, but then he's come back strong. Jiju Janardhanan. Again, someone who's very methodical about his process. Not an erratic bowler who'll try and spray the ball, try and keep changing his line or length. Once he finds his length, he'll stick to it. He'll get that rhythm going.
One of those predictable bowlers, but still, you know what's coming and you're not ready for it, especially the back of the hand, slower delivery. The batsman usually pick it, but still will play a rash shot. It's not a bad option. It reminds me a bit of Rana Naveedul Hassan for Pakistan. Just came and bowled on that length. He used outswingers again and again and again, and the batsman had to manufacture, move across the stumps. You know, now they have the scoop shots. So not a bad option. There again, right there at that length. This time, good fielding. Clawing it back now, Pacific Group just a bit. Couple of misfields and extras adding to that total. This over so far has been steady.
Yeah, good piece of fielding definitely there. And when you have a bowler like him, Roy, you rightly mentioned that the batters have to do the hard work, because he's not giving them that length to hit. He's not giving them the pace to hit. They have to try and see what they can do of the regulation bowling that he delivers.
And there, as you can see, almost every delivery played towards cover. A captain's dream, a bowler like Jiju. Good over, 2 runs off it, 37 for 1 in the power play, Mid East Metals. Captain Khurram Khwaja, 10 deliveries faced for his 7. Adil Malik, such a smart bowler, Adil. Again, one of those bowlers that sticks to that line and length. Doesn't matter if the batsmen are playing across the line, trying to heave him outside the boundary. He'll stick to his line and stick to his length. Are they going to push for 2? No. Running between the wickets, Neil, is going to be very tricky between this pair. I don't think we'll see a lot of 2s or 3s.
Well, yeah, not the fastest set of legs right now in the center. But then you don't need to run if you can cream the ball in the gaps and get those boundaries going. Adil Malik will continue. Just given 6 runs so far, including that boundary of the misfield. No foot movement whatsoever. Playing against the spinner and no foot movement, that's almost criminal.
Yeah, dangerous for Manal. This is why, I'll say this again, he should have opened the batting. Those 4 overs of fast bowlers, if you can get you quick 30-40 runs, gives you the momentum. Oh, this is a funny game, Neil. last match. 8 balls, he had already scored 30 runs. Now 8 balls, still yet to get off the mark. Manal Siddiqui struggling against Spain and goes across the line. Well, that was on the cards. That was bound to happen. He was frustrated. A couple of singles refused. He was on strike against Adil Malik, and that googly has bowled him.
That's a big wicket. It's a very big wicket. Manal, we know how good a clean hitter he is. Wanted to go for the big one. Didn't really spot that one coming in. Manal Siddiqui gone on a duck of 9 deliveries.
New batsman walking in is Noman Khan. He enjoys batting against the spinners. So good to see him walking in at number 4. Mid-East Metals under a bit of pressure now. They had a good start, but that current run rate, less than 6, and a 20 over game on these ICC Academy ovals, not acceptable at all. End of over number 7. Mid-East Metals 38 for 2.
All right, Jiju will continue. Oh, how close was that to the outside edge? Again, Khurram Khwaja trying to play away from the body. Needs to bring his front foot closer to the line of the ball. Yeah, he's just indicating that the ball was going away. Precisely.
Well, he was on the non-strikers end last over Chiju board. So I was watching everything. And I think everyone here knows what Jiju Janardhan is going to do. Just keep bowling those outswingers at a good length. Goes across the line this time, Khurram Khwaja. Well, we just a single. And Noman will be back on strike. So after Faizan Awan's wicket, the scoring rate has gone down drastically. 5.32 currently. Against this Pacific Group batting lineup, you need to get at least 180, 190. We've seen even 240 is not safe at this ground. Neil?
You're spot on with that. It's a brilliant side. And I don't know if it's Faizan Awan's wicket that has caused the drop in the run rate. I think it's the bowlers who stopped giving extras.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% there. I think they had just a couple of boundaries in the power play. Everything else was extras. And since they found their line and length, just been so difficult to get away. 14 deliveries for 9 runs, Khurram Khwaja. Noman has just gotten off the mark. Big swing from Khurram going towards that cover boundary and beaten outside off stump again. This Mid-East Metal side does have a lot of batting firepower. Atikur Rahman Ali Anwar, the left-hander, he'll play a big role.
Well, they've definitely got the batters to do all the drills, but the ones in the centre, they need to fire up as well. Khurram Khwaja, a swing and a miss. That one was there to hit, yes, but where is the question?
What a delivery. In the end, he was thinking that ball's coming in towards his stumps but moved away. And the question you asked where? Well, Khurram Khwaja is going towards mid-wicket. If he had gone straight, probably would have gotten a boundary, if not a couple of runs.
One last delivery to go. Again, the same direction he wants to go. And again, the result is the same. Dot ball to end the over. 8 overs gone, 40 for 2.
Adil Malik with a slip in place. Confidence behind him. And is running through his overs. Just the 6 runs, 2 wickets to his name. Would they bowl him out, Neil, or would they keep that 1 over against Ali Anwar? That's the question. Goes straight, Noman. Hasn't middled it. Just a single. Because they have 2 left-arm spinners. Mudassir, I beg your pardon, Lakshman Manjrekar.
That's right, Lakshman Manjrekar is one of them. The other one is Mujahid. Again, wanting to go in the same direction. It's like this is his favorite go-to shot, but hasn't delivered.
Yeah, 3 attempts. 3 attempts, 3 dot balls. This time gets a connection. Fielder chasing it down will be just a single. It's Akif Raja, probably the quickest man on the field.
A quick stat for the number lovers. In the last 4 overs, Mid-East Metals has scored just 10 runs and given away 2 wickets. So you can see how strongly Pacific has come back.
And dot balls in the circle. Even though the fielders are right at the edge, they're not chancing that quick single, not putting pressure on the fielders.
If you don't put pressure on the fielders, the pressure comes straight back at you. Now this one's gone big. Wanting to break the shackles of the pressure. Maximum for Noman.
Well, we've seen Noman do this a number of times, goes across the line, but against the spinners, he's confident, he chances his arm. And that's the end of the over. Even with that 6, only 8 coming off it. 48 for 2 now. Mid-East Metals at the end of 9 overs. Jiju will continue bowling third on the trot. Slower delivery. You're not going to get that. The impact is outside off stump, Jiju Janardhanan. There you can see the umpire telling him it's outside off stump. The problem is when you've played a lot of cricket at the cement wickets of Ajman, where the umpires are just not trained enough, their thought process is the ball's going to hit the stumps, we give it out.
Now you're right, good umpiring here, definitely. We saw Khwaja coming across the line, way outside the off stump, the impact. three things. Where was the ball pitching? Where was the impact? And would the ball have gone and hit the stumps? The umpires have to mentally visualize all of this before calling it out or not out for an LBW.
And Neil, absolutely, but just reminds me of a story. We had a friendly game. Right-hand fast bowler coming around the wicket to a right-hander. Pitches the ball about a kilometer outside leg stump, swings it, ball hits the pads. He turns around and says, "How was that?" The umpire gives it out. Everybody is just standing there saying, "Why have you given this out?" The ball pitched outside leg stump. He's like, "So what? It was going to hit the stumps." So, because it was a friendly game, everybody was okay with it. But we went back and we told him, "You do not have a career in umpiring. That is for sure, my friend." As we see another swing and a miss from Khurram Khwaja. But these are elite level umpires, Vipin and Shidu Sam. You're not going to get decisions like those in your favor.
Very, very interesting to see the small experiences that you get when you play cricket. Now, basics. These are absolute basics.
Well, this time he has connected, but the ball has not gone towards mid wicket. It's gone over third man for a boundary, a welcome boundary, as the 50 comes up for Mid East Metals in 9.4 overs.
And he's been just swinging, literally swinging at everything that came his way. This time got the outside edge and a boundary to Khurram Khwaja's name. Before this, he had scored 10 of 22.
Again, a big wind up, ball going nowhere, looking for a quick single. And even with that boundary, Jiju has only conceded 4 in 5 deliveries. So it's KK who's under pressure.
The captain there, Khurram Khwaja. As they normally say, captains have to lead from the front. He'll definitely have to try and hit a few big ones to get to there. Last ball, slightly short, up in the air. Will drop shot and will get a boundary.
A good hit, confident hit. This time walked down the track, Khurram Khwaja. Didn't let that ball swing a lot. And Jiju just pulling his length a little bit. Faltering here, Jiju. And 8 runs in the over. At the halfway stage, Mid East Metals 56 for 2. Adil Malik will bowl out his overs as I'm joined by Ahmed Khwaja in the comm box. Welcome, Ahmed.
Thank you very much, Abdur Rahman. 56 for 2 at the halfway stage. Pacific Group have really hit the brakes on the scoring thanks to Adil Malik bowling a wonderful spell coming into the side. 2 for 14 in just 3.1 overs. That is something special on a difficult ground to bowl on for the spinners.
From ball 1, there is heavy dew. Remember, this is a late start now, so condition is almost the same for both teams. No advantage for the team fielding first. Adil Malik right on the mark. Noman did hit him for a maximum in his last over. I don't think you'll see a full loopy delivery anymore from Adil Malik. Bowl them quick into the stumps. Just like that. Looking for a quick single. And they've run it. Good running between the wickets. Noman Khan and Khurram Khwaja have put up 19 runs as a partnership. The only problem has been the run rate. Projected scores 107. If they keep batting like this, that's not going to be enough for sure against this batting lineup.
Yeah, most certainly. They've really kept them tied up. Noman looking slightly dangerous. That big six in the previous over. Looking to counter-attack Adil Malik, but that's easier said than done. This man is very skillful. That one jagging into him, and a misfield at backward point would only cost them 1 run though. The fielding has been slightly sloppy from PG.
Yeah, was Saqib Manshad with that heavy strapping on his right hand. Very difficult to field when you have a slight injury. As you said, Adil Malik, just that one hit against him so far, one boundary of a misfield, and since then he's not conceded any runs, any boundaries. That's the experience of the man. He's gone through this over very quickly, and a very good spell from Adil Malik comes to an end. 18 of his 4 overs with 2 wickets to his name. Midis Metals 60 for 2 at the end of 11. Change in bowling. Jiju gets a rest as Lakshman Manjrekar comes in to bowl from the school end.
Oh, struck on the pads, big appeal, and that has been given. That looked absolutely dead plumb LBW. So Lakshman Manjrekar took exactly 1 delivery to dislodge Khurram Khwaja.
Here the slow finger of death from Vipin, a la Rudy Kurtzen. The first delivery, didn't try to spin it. Lakshman just fired it into the stumps, hit the back leg. As plumb as they would get. 60 for 3 now, Midis Metals. New batsman in is Atiqur Rahman. Very surprising. They've not sent Ali Anwar up the order with the left arm spinner bowling. He likes a ball coming into him, Ali Anwar.
Completely agree with you there. They're backing their young wicketkeeper. But I would have made that decision as well. Oh, that was jagging into him off the deck. Vicious armour from Lakshman Manjrekar. He looks to be in very good bowling rhythm. Had a good match versus future matches as well.
Yeah, he's a very important player for this Pacific Group side. With the bat, with the ball as well. Good steady hands in the field. That man is not bowled an over yet.
Yeah, maybe still thinking about his captaincy more than his bowling. Mujahid Amin. Sometimes you do have to sacrifice for the greater good.
Again fired in. Very lucky to get some bat on that, Noman. Interesting you say that, Ahmed Khwaja. We've seen Asim Mumtaz do that quite often as well. As a captain, frontline spinner, sometimes he goes a whole match and doesn't bowl a single over. And then sometimes he'll come in to bowl the first over of the game.
As per situation, as per requirement. Sliced away, this time better fielding at short third. It was Fayaz Ahmed, classy left-hand batter. Another big name included in this powerhouse Pacific Group side. So much talent, they're bursting at the seams.
Yeah, they will be very disappointed about that game they lost against Future Mattress. It was Uzair Khan who defended 12 in the last over. And they conceded just about 10 runs more than they should have. Mid East Metals 62 for 3 in 12 overs, and this innings is going nowhere. Well, the captain has come into bowl now. Mujahid Amin, coming from the ICC Academy end. And Noman Khan was waiting for that slightly slower left arm spinner. Goes across the line. Didn't connect it that well, and good fielding by Fayaz Ahmed at long on. Saves a boundary. Again, going across the line, Noman. Very simple plan for him. He's going to try and deposit that ball over mid-wicket whenever he gets the opportunity. And Atikur Rahman on strike. I do feel Mid East Metals has missed a trick here. Two left-arm spinners bowling, and their left-hander Ali Anwar is still in the dugout. It's a game of matchups. You have to change your batting order as per the circumstances, and they've not done that.
You're right. Beats me completely. Bowled him. Darted this one in. Atiq stepping down, probably expecting and anticipating the ball to be turning away. This one was the armour. Got the stumps, and Atiq's gone.
Well, again, just defies logic, this batting order. Atiq charging down the track. Then a nothing shot in the end. Didn't even try to stop that ball. One run for him. Mujahid gets a wicket in his first over. 65 for 4 now, Mid East Metals. Well, a bit late, but Ali Anwar is at the crease now. And first ball, easily plays it down to long on for a single.
Yeah, not the way we would have liked him to come at the crease. but it will have to do. Atiq, a short stay in the middle. And two experienced campaigners, Noman Khan and Ali Anwar, cornerstones of this Mid-East Metal side. They need to show their experience and quality here against some very good spin bowling.
They have to score at least 10, 11 runs and over from here to give this score some respectability.
And
very high, and it lands safely.
Well, just as we were praising their experience, that was a very poor shot from Noman Khan. Got away with it, and he lived to see another day. 67 for 4 at the end of 13 overs. Lakshman Manjrekar into his second over. And punched off the back foot pretty hard, but there is the sweeper out there, Akif Raja. So Mujahid Amin has used his bowling resources really well tonight, Abdurrahman.
He definitely has. But this is the battle right here. Two left arm spinners against Ali Anwar. Likes to go towards that cow corner region.
He certainly does. Pummeled hard down the ground, long off. Oh, there's a misfield. Well, Pacific Group, it's been that kind of an evening and you don't expect that from Adil Malik.
I'm very surprised. It's Adil Malik and long on. He was at long off the over prior to that. So they have put their best fielders in the hot zones. Oh, he's bowled him. Lakshman Manjrekar has a big wicket. Ali Anwar going across the line. It's his bread and butter shot, but this time he'll have to go home hungry.
Well, that could be a back-breaking blow for Mid-East Metals. Lakshman Manjrekar, flat. The shot was on, but the ball kept a touch low there. He is desperately disappointed. It's a slower pitch than we're used to. And Ali Anwar, well, a promising innings comes to an end pretty quickly. 72 for 5.
Haroon Altaf, new batsman. And just before this wicket, Atiqur Rahman's wicket, the ball kept low as well. Neil Oja was just pointing that the ball is staying low. Definitely a different wicket, a different pitch here at the ICC Academy.
Oh, inside edge there, Haroon Altaf. Extremely lucky. He's more of a power play specialist, in my opinion. So coming in at number 7 against spin, it's certainly not his strongest suit. He won't hang around, I reckon. Oh, once again, that vicious armour. Chance for a run out here. Thankfully, sent back just in time by Noman.
A slight fumble there at cover. Haroon Altaf was halfway down the track and then sent back.
Fantastic spell from Lakshman. Only given away 7 runs. 2 scalps to his name. And that's much better. Solidly behind that one, Haroon Altaf, giving it due respect. 72 for 5 at the end of 14 overs. Mujahid Amin, the captain. Oh, and he's bowled him. Once again, a false shot against the left arm spinner. Noman Khan chanced his arm and he's paid the ultimate price.
Well, again, Noman Khan has been watching those two dismissals from the non-striker's end. So clearly he would have had an idea that the ball is keeping low. Again, that ball hitting halfway up the stumps. Mid East Metals is in a lot of trouble now. 72 for 6 and there are still 6 overs to go.
Awais Noor coming in at number 8. Slightly harsh on him. He's a proper bat. And they need something out of him tonight because Pacific Group has been all over them. Trial by spin. Once again looking for that glide behind point. They haven't had many shots besides the slog sweep or that glide, Abdur Rahman. That's been the problem.
Yeah, even Khurram Khwaja trying that mid-wicket hoik and missing. Not trying to hit straight. The one boundary Ali Anwar got was at long off.
Beautiful flight. Delectable bowling here from Mujahid Amin. He's mixing it up beautifully. And he's coming at just the right stage of the innings. He knew something was cooking. He had a plan, delayed himself. And now the scoring has been very difficult indeed. Look at that. Brilliant stuff.
And the big wicket of Ali Anwar means he has the luxury now of bowling through his entire spell. So Ali Anwar does like to target the spinners.
Just pushing it out to long off for 1. I think even that single could have been stopped if they really wanted. Only 1 run off the over. 2 for 6. Lakshman Manjrekar 2 for 7. These are some wonderful spells here at a difficult ground for the spinners of the Rahman.
Yeah, we have to say that. Not easy to bowl spin. We've seen spinners go for 12, 13 runs and over. Oh, hit straight in front. A big appeal. Shiju Sam says it would have missed leg stump. Very, very lucky there, Haroon Altaf.
Oh, that was right on that leg peg. And you could see the wicketkeeper was just moving down the leg side. Good decision by Shiju Sam. Over up, 73 for 6. "15 extras in 15 overs. Well, that has contributed heavily to this very low score from Mid East Metal so far. Lakshman Manjrekar into his 3rd over. Taking the single out to deep cover as Neil Ojha steps into the comm box alongside me. Good evening, Neil.
Good evening, Ahmed. Lakshman 2 for 8 in 2.1. Look at those numbers.
Fabulous bowling. Fabulous stuff from Pacific Group. They've been switched on tonight. Oh, that's burst through the hands. And they'll only pick up 1. They've completely dried up the boundaries. Ever since the departure of Noman Khan and Khurram Khwaja, trial by spin has been difficult to overcome for Mid East Metals. How many can they manage in these final 4 overs or so? I think even if they can get up to maybe 135, very below par, but something to defend.
Oh, that's right. The numbers will give confidence to the bowlers. If you have weak numbers on the board, even the bowlers feel the pressure, and a little excessive pressure. Plus, you're bowling against a brilliant team like Pacific Group. Adds.
Big appeal again. This time, perhaps an inside edge. Umpire Vipin Singh was not particularly interested, but Harun Altaf really struggling against the accuracy of the left-arm spinners of Pacific Group. This one, once again, very, very close.
Oh, this one was going down the leg. It opened the front foot, and probably the impact was on the leg stump. But after that, definitely going down the armour.
Well, the one shot you can use when the spinners are darting the ball in is just that reverse paddle or fine sweep. But you need to be very confident, very assured at playing that shot. It carries plenty of risk. But that is one way you can use the pace of these spinners against them. Still sticking to around the wicket was Musing going over. Pulled towards the fine leg. One bounce over the rope. That's a shot of some authority from a Westnor.
Well, that's right. Understood the ball very, very clearly before playing that shot. The ball has been staying low, but this time he got underneath the ball very clearly. 16 gone, 81 for 6.
Mujahid Amin into his third. And he's bowled him, is he? No, he's missed. Goodness me. How has that missed the off stick? Harun Altaf, you're a very lucky chappy. I thought he'd been cleaned up there. It was a hair's length away. Take a look here, Neil.
Very, very lucky. Very, very lucky there.
It just bounced over the bails there, in fact. Another sweep, beats the fine leg, Westnor. The counter-attack is on. And those are two sparkling shots. Nicely executed sweep there. Wonderfully played.
Well, yeah, they're getting those runs. Realizing the need to go beyond what is there on board. 86 now. And that boundary. Isn't that like the best shot to play against spinners? The sweep.
Really beautifully played. He looks pretty comfortable out there now. He's assessed the pitch. Can he hang in there? Can he bat the complete 20 overs? Get them up to that 130, 135 range. Pacific Group, although a side overloaded with batting talent. But a run chase is always tricky.
Tapping back to the bowler. Dot ball there. What has been on display is some brilliant bowling performance coming in from the Pacific Group bowlers. Mujahid, 2 wickets, given away just 10 runs. Those tight lines, tight lengths.
Another fine sweep, but more towards mid-wicket this time. And they'll saunter for an easy 2 there. So perhaps Pacific Group, they might need to rethink this spin attack. They're looking relatively comfortable. Partnership has swelled up to 16 runs. So perhaps get the fast men on. Look to bowl those full Yorkers. Back of a length there. Excellent bowling. Steady over from Mujahid. Comes to an end. 88 for 6. Lakshman Manjrekar to bowl out. 2 for 15 on the day. Will be looking to beef up those wicket numbers. And why not? Harun Altaf has not looked comfy against spin at all. Big swipe this time. And will it hit the mid-wicket fence? No. The sweeper will clean up Zishan Abid. That's a pretty big throw. And he's got a pretty big arm.
Well, yeah. One thing for sure, now the batters will know not to test his arm. Not to go for that extra single. Or try and convert the single into double there. Mid East Metals 89 for 6. There's been a decent restructuring that has happened.
Yeah, they've had to fight back. Just pushing the ones and twos here. Looking to take the game deep. Adil Malik was the one who started the rot. 2 wickets in his spell. Then Lakshman and Mujahid came into the attack, really tied them down, forced those shots across the line, and that was always hazardous. And in the end, the Mid East Metals batters got bowled one after the other.
Oh yeah, the ball was definitely staying low. The spinners doing their trick, giving more flight. The ball, after thumping onto the ground, was staying low. The quicker you bowl, the better the bounce. And that is something that the Pacific Group spinners have exploited really well.
Most certainly. Steps out and he's bowled him once again. Yorked himself. Awais Noor. He'll be desperately disappointed. He was looking good at the crease. And now he's been cleaned up as well.
Well, yeah, there was no need. No need whatsoever. This partnership was going well. Again, gave air. Kept it slow and nice. Angled the ball in. And the ball found the way between the bat and the pads. Straight into the stumps. Gone. Awais Noor gone, 14 of 14. And Mid East Metals now tottering 91 for 6.
Mustafa Ayub, new inclusion in the side, coming in at number 9. I haven't seen much of him before, so will be interesting to see what his strong suit is. Bowled him! Well, it's a golden duck. And Lakshman Manjrekar, he's been on song tonight. Wonderful bowling.
2 and 2 for Manjrekar, both bowled. He's picked up his 4th wicket. And will be on a hat-trick when he comes to bowl the last delivery. This one again, the armour went in with the arm. Mustafa Ayub, before he could tell us what to do, Lakshman Manjrekar has sent him back. Bowled on the first delivery, 91 for 8, Mid East Metals now.
Well, we've had 6 dismissals bowled in this batting innings of Mid East Metals. 3 of them to Lakshman Manjrekar, 1 to Adil Malik and 2 to Mujahid Amin. So their technique against spin has not been in order. Hat-trick opportunity. And Tehran, much too experienced, just nudged out to the covers for 1. He'll retain the strike as well. 4 for 19 on the night is Lakshman Manjrekar. Brilliant, brilliant spell. Well, there you can see that sorry tale, that middle order completely turned into dust by the two left-arm tweakers Mujahid Amin and Lakshman Manjrekar. Khurram Khwaja and Faizan Awan had gotten off to a start, but then very disappointing as they all tailed off. Mujahid Amin into his final over. Well, it's rare to see a left-arm spinner bowling the penultimate over of the game, Neil.
It is indeed 19th over, considered to be the most important of the innings, and probably that's why he's taken up that responsibility. He saw how the quicks were taken for runs, doesn't want to give that pace to the batters. Turn the ball, slow it down, the batters can't do much, just a single there.
They only bowled the last over.
It's been very strange indeed, and this pitch has been slightly strange as well, not like the previous week we've seen here at the Arabian Cricket League. It's been a bit slower, the bounce has been slightly inconsistent, and Pacific Group have used that to their advantage. Swiped across the line once again, big shot towards the leg side, and nicely done by Akif Raja. Excellent fielding by the big fast man.
Yeah, he ran absolutely quick. As soon as the shot was played, he was off his mark and put in a very good slide to stop the ball. Mujahid, 15 has given to pick up 2 wickets. 3 more deliveries to go in this over. Mideast Metals will be wondering to find ways to reach the 100 mark.
Harun Altaf once again looking to play across the line. That same shot, if he attempted it over extra cover, he does have that shot in his armory. I've seen him play there plenty of times to the fast man. Big hit down the ground once again. Good fielding. Very good fielding indeed. Fayaz Ahmed out there at long on.
Well, yeah, he'll be having the responsibilities with the bat. Fayaz Ahmed, very good batsman.
Fantastic player, especially strong against spin. Squeezed away onto the offside. They're just nearing the 100 mark, but it's been a laborious effort by the men in yellow and green. And that will conclude Mujahid Amin's spell as well. Tidy stuff as always. 97 for 8. So the final over has been entrusted to Jiju Janardhanan. None for 12 on the day. He'll be looking to get on the wickets scoreboard as well. I really love the blue headband. Looking very sharp indeed. Triple J coming in from the school end. Width offered, change of pace, and it's given as a wide. That's a harsh call, I feel.
Well, yeah, he's trying to slow things down, but the line belongs to the umpire. The umpire thinks that this one was going away from the right-hander. Yeah, there are umpires who either are a little lenient in such cases or are absolutely on point harsh.
Just like our school teachers. Slow delivery, big hit towards mid-wicket. It's gone for 6.
Humongous is the word. Tehran just logs it out of the park. Maximum here at this juncture will bring Mideast Metals 100. 104 now on board.
Well, he read that slower delivery and he has some willow in his hand. Pinged it over wideish long on into the schoolyard. Well, that will spoil Jiju's mood. Let's see if he can come back strong in the final 5 deliveries. But Tehran Khan Niazi certainly has that ability to pile on some quick runs and finish this batting effort with a bit of a flourish. Big full toss, hit hard towards square. There is protection out there though. Or they have to push for 2 on the throw. It's a late call. And it was the non-striker who had to respond. Overthrows and they'll get another run. It's all happening.
Indeed, all happening here. When you're bowling that pace, taking the pace off the ball, and if you're trying to bowl slightly short, you know, and you have to expect that the shots will be played towards the onside. You need to pack that field.
Poor delivery there from Jiju, it has to be said. I think he was attempting that slow ball, slipped out of the hand. And look at that, very late call to bring Harun Altaf through. He's on strike. One-hander towards mid-wicket. And it slight misfield. They're running for 2 again. Harun Altaf has to move. And he's just about made it. It looked touch and go for a moment there.
Well, yeah, runs coming in there in this over. It's changing the way Mid-East medal scorecard was looking. Now he sends a square leg back. Sensibility prevails. Should have been sent back at the very beginning because he's not looking to bowl quick. He's looking to take the pace off.
Yeah, hasn't quite landed that slower ball or that block hold Yorker so far. Indicating that perhaps the dew is making it difficult for the bowlers already. Already 12 runs off the over. Slower delivery and it's a no ball. Well, can you believe it? A free hit on offer for Mid-East Metals. Jiju having a meltdown in the final over.
He's not express quick. He's not bending his back hard to get that extra bounce. He's bowling regulation, military medium, and then a no ball, a front foot no ball. Oh my God, that's nothing short of criminal here.
Nelson on the board now for Mid-East Metals. 3 deliveries. Can they get up to 125 with a few lusty blows from Tehran Khan? Straight, but the toe end of the bat only going to be 1. That's better. He bowled it wider of the sticks. Tehran Khan looking to power it through the leg side, had to drag it and hence mistimed it.
He's bowled 6 deliveries, but only 4 will count. There's a wide, there's a no ball. Now 2 more to go. It's an expensive over already.
Most certainly needs to execute well on these last 2 deliveries. Needs to have a clear game plan in mind and focus on it. Drilled hard but off the stumps at the non-striker's end. They will push for 2. And this could be a run out. No, the throw was slightly off target.
16 runs so far in this over. This could have been the cumulative score of maybe 5-6 overs that were bowled by the spinners together.
Better delivery, just slightly missed his length. And that was struck well by Harun Altaf. 12 off 16 for him. Surely they need to utilize him in the power play. Get him batting at openers or at 1 drop. He's a much better player in that role. Final delivery of the innings then. None for 29. A substandard over from Jiju. Very fine all-rounder. You don't expect that from him. Right in the block hole. That's better. Squeezed away to point. Will they go for 2? Yes, they will. And Harun Altaf will be run out. So 115 for 9 will be the final score for Mid-East Metals.
That's right, 115. And now, I'm sure that Pacific group would be thinking on, was that last over decision a wise one? Otherwise, this probably would have been in the range of 105, 106, maybe 10 runs too many in the last over.
Yeah, certainly went for too many there. But overall, it was the spinners Adil Malik, Lakshman Manjrekar and the skipper himself, Mujahid Amin, who did a fabulous job It was a sedate start for Mid East Metals. Faizan Awan and Khurram Khwaja opening up top did a decent job. Let's take a look at the batting scorecard. 20 and 15 to them respectively. Manal Siddiqui going for duck. That was a big blow. Noman Khan hung around for a while, but then that middle order just turned to dust. Left arm spinners Mujahid Amin and Lakshman doing a wonderful job, and then a bit of a rear guard action from Tehran and Harun Altaf. 115 for 9 with the help of 18 extras. So you can only imagine what their position would have been without them.
Yeah, the extras did add up to the target for themselves. Akif Raja bowled 2 overs, just gave 2 runs. I wonder why wasn't he called back. Saqib Manshad again 2 overs, gave away 19 runs, was expensive. But look at the spinners there. Adil Malik 2 wickets, gave away just 18 in his 4. Economy of 4.5. Economy of 4.75 for Lakshman Manjrekar for picking up 4 wickets, and Mujahid Amin again finishing his quota of 4, 2 for 17. I think it's these 3 spinners who actually changed the game in favour of Pacific Group also completely.
Well, from being 60 for 2 at one stage to only manage 115, Mid East Metals will be bitterly disappointed. It looks like an uphill task to defend that score, but they will try their level best. 116 the target, less than a run a ball for Pacific Group. We'll take a short break and be right back at the Arabian Cricket League. Stay tuned.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to game number 12, the second half of this encounter between Pacific Group and Middle East Metals. This is the SkyExchange.net ICC Academy Arabian Cricket League 2022-23 powered by Fan Code. And if you're just joining us, it was Middle East Metals who batted first and scored 115 runs in their allotted 20 overs. Pacific Group will need to chase this down and chase it down quickly if they want to top this group. Net run rate will play a key role in this Arabian Cricket League. We've got a lot of matches coming up. And this is a critical encounter here for Pacific Group. It was the spinners that wreaked havoc for Pacific Group. Lakshman Manjrekar, Mujahid Amin and Adil Malik picking up a lot of wickets. And joining me in the comm box to start off proceedings will be Neil Oja. Super Neil, welcome.
Thank you so much, Abdul Rahman. You're right. 8 wickets for the spinners. 4 for Lakshman, 2 each for Mujahid and Adil. Now Jiju Janardhanan gave away plenty of runs in that last over. He's been given the responsibility to score them all back. 52 runs in that one match. 10 boundaries. Has had a good start to the tournament. Would want to continue that momentum.
Well, you have all those 10 boundaries coming in the power play. The first 6 overs against Future Mattress. As long as he was there, they were in with a shot. Then Future Mattress pulled it back. Tehran Khan has had a steady tournament so far. Picked up 3 wickets. Good economy rate in the power play. First delivery, swinging in down the leg side. Well, as a first ball to start off a run chase, a batsman could not ask for anything better than that.
You're right. Loosner and sent packing. Jiju Janardhanan continues his good form. 52 in that previous game, and today down the leg side, just playing it with soft hands, 4 runs.
Look at that innings, that 52, 40 of those came from boundaries. Didn't hit a 6, but some delightful cover drives, so strong and so aesthetically pleasing. Jiju, when he plays that cover drive, was bowled him. What a comeback, Tehran Khan Niazi. The ball did not swing into the pads. Jiju Janardhanan played that flick and completely missed the ball.
Beautiful delivery to get rid of Jiju. Completely foxed over there. The ball came in and then held his line. And also, one will have to keep in mind that the ball will consistently stay low. Jiju Janardhanan gone, 4 of 2.
The new batsman is Abhay Jotin, and he is a rare talent. Neil was the second highest run scorer in the ICC Academy Summer League that happened just prior to this one. Played for Dubai Daredevils, and like any good player, recruited by a top team, scouts watching what he was doing, and they've picked him up. Pacific Group, what an addition to the side.
You're right, an exciting batsman. Love to see his exploits in this tournament as well. Oh, what a delivery. Came in so sharp. Didn't get enough time there, Abhay, but lucky that the ball didn't really do any damage.
Yeah, that ball Didn't keep as low as the one that got Jiju, and that's what saved Abe. Hooping in swingers with the new ball. Tehran Khan is enjoying himself. Just that first loosener got the wrong line, but he's found his rhythm now.
Yeah, when the ball is moving, you need to understand where you're going to pitch it. This time he is in line and pays the prize. 4 runs.
Well, this is some poor field placing. You have to say that. With that ball swinging in, either get a fine leg fielder in place, or your square leg should be as close to that fine leg as possible. He's almost at mid wicket, Manal Siddiqui. There's no way he was stopping that ball.
No, you're right. Trying to get the ball in the right place. It's extremely important when the ball is swinging. Now he's just moving a few places. Played it straight. Dot ball.
Yeah, they've made a big change in the field now. 3 fielders on the leg side in the circle. They've got square leg right next to the umpire. Got a short mid wicket in place and the mid on fielder. And then fine leg right in front of us. Better field against the right hander with Tehran Khan bringing that ball in at pace.
This one driven straight to the fielder. Will be a dot ball to end the over. A very good over comes to an end. It's 8 for 1 for Pacific Group.
Where the new bowler is the main machine, Hazrat Bilal. Probably one of the fastest bowlers here in the UAE. He's got 150 on the back of his shirt. Might not be 150 clicks, but does get somewhere close to that number.
Well, your numbers again play a very important role. For some, it's a psychological plus, and for some, it's a number that they associate with maybe the highest score, maybe the highest point in time where they did something important. Wait, what? 3 slips? Did I just see 3 slips?
Well, I don't know if they photoshopped those fielders, but definitely I saw at least 3 fielders right behind the batsman. Well, that's confidence. Confidence in your bowler. Not sure if this is the right wicket for that field placing.
Now, considering that they saw the ball move a sizable bit when Tehran was bowling, I think that's the reason. Now 2 slips there. There's a deep third man for Hazrat. 2 slips in a T20, and if I'm not mistaken, I did see 3 slips when the left-handed Hamdan was batting.
Absolutely. There were 3 fielders, 3 slips, catching. Again, bringing the ball in to the right-hander. Both Hazrat Bilal and Tehran Khan rely on that in-swing. For the right-hander, I don't think that's a good option. Probably better off getting a square leg fielder right next to the umpire. cut those singles inside the circle.
You're right. Or unless you're bowling it from the 5th stump outside the off line and bringing the ball into the off stump. Yeah, there's some slightly short. Third man will not be able to stop it. 4 runs.
Well, the faster they come, the faster they go. Off the bat, Abhay Jotin got some room, slashed and slashed hard. Must have been aiming to go over point, but that ball was onto him like a flash. Got a good piece of willow and gets a boundary.
Well, this man is an incredibly good batter. We've seen that. Got an opportunity in a top side. Coming at number 3.
Again, this time quick into the hip. Khurram Khwaja cleans up. Just a single. Both the brothers, Abhay and Akshay Jotin, very talented. Abhay moving from Dubai Daredevils. Akshay is still there. Played a blinder in that last game. 15 of just 6 deliveries. So clearly some good genetics there, Neil Ojha, especially in the batting department.
Oh, surely. They've got a very good lineup. 16 for 1. They need 100 more from here on in 110 deliveries. That should not be an issue. That should not be an issue as long as they keep at it. You have to ensure that you don't lose wickets. Now there's a conversation that's going on. And I wonder, what is it about?
Well, I think it's Hamdan Tahir. Just needs a change of helmet. I think that strapping is broken. No way you're asking him to bat with Hazrat Bilal bowling and no helmet on his head.
You're right. There's a quick run, a couple of helmets being ferried in.
Well, Neil, with a low total that they have to defend and that ball keeping low, maybe we'll see Khurram Khwaja come into the attack a bit early, because he does have that loopy delivery, and with his action, the side arm action, it has a tendency of staying low.
You're right, but I don't see him coming anytime before the 6th. He'll come only in the 7th. He likes to have a little bit of support in the outfield.
Well, yeah, with the score that they're defending, that's the right time. With the 2 fielders outside, the batsman will chance their arm. If they keep going at this rate, by the time the 6th over comes on, they will need only 30 runs to win after the power play. There's not a lot of hitting that will happen once the fielding restrictions have been lifted.
Yeah, trying to stop the flow of runs. You don't want them to go big. You don't want them to get through a lot of runs. Now, again, left-handed batter on strike. There are 3 fielders in slips. Wicket keeper and 3 slips.
Well, it's a very staggered slip cordon. Takes the outside edge, goes over that 5th slip fielder and gets a boundary. It's not 3 traditional slips. It's like 1.5, 2.5 and 3.5.
No, you're absolutely right. There's a mighty gap between all of them. But then, it was right in that direction. So good thinking by the captain. I can definitely tell you that. But not really of any advantage, as Hamdan went a little stronger. He's a sensible bat, I can tell you.
He has completely changed his game, Hamdan Tahir. Started opening the batting with Mohammad Wasim. If you don't know who that is, have a look at the top 10 T20 international batsmen in the world. You'll see his name there at number 10. Proud moment for us as UAE supporters. And he's changed his game, Hamdan. Now matches him shot for shot, plays aggressive cricket. It's good to see from the youngster.
Straight to the fielder at point. Will be a dot ball to end the over. 2 overs gone. 20 for 1.
Tehran Khan will continue. Get that in swinger. And Abhay Jotin, you can see the class of the batsman. Meets it with the middle of the bat.
You're right. Technically sound. And that helps. Whatever the format, doesn't really matter. If you're technically sound, you will get those runs. Abhay Jotin, one of those. Beautifully placed. Into the gap, the ball will race away towards the fence. 4 runs.
Well, you can see we enjoyed that shot here in the com box. The 2 people with the mic and the one right behind us, Ahmed Khwaja, all 3 in unison said shot. And it was a beautiful one. Abhay Jotin looks like $1 million. Racing on that heavy, wet outfield. There is dew. We can see it from the com box. It didn't stop that ball from racing away.
Got right behind the ball this time. And you can see how quickly he is assessing the length, the line, the movement of the ball. Abhay Jotin. As they say many a times that the batter has that extra half a second. This is what happens when the batter has that little extra time as compared to the others.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I was going to say as well. The good batsmen, the greats, have that extra second when they're into bat. And the almost commentator's curse gets the better of Abhay Jotin. But he does look compact, looks stylish, looks very good in this power pack lineup. Pacific Group, Fayaz Ahmed, Lakshman Manjrekar. To hold that number 3 slot, you have to be special.
No, indeed, he's shown that potential that he has. A quick check on the field, bringing him into the covers. There's an extra cover. He drives. The bowlers don't want him to drive. What does he do then? Sensible. Very, very sensible. Plays it completely in the opposite side. Overthrows there. And how close was that from going to the fence?
Well, all of that happened right in front of us. Very, very good backup in the end by Hazrat Bilal. Noman Khan with that wild throw. And this is what we're missing when Midis Metals was batting, not putting any pressure on the fielders. That's what happens. That quick single resulting in a overthrow could have easily been 5 runs.
You're right. There, that stepping almost on the line. Lucky not to be so. Banged it short. Down the leg side would be called a wide.
Tehran Khan is trying a bit too much now. Those cover drives just thrown his game off. His strength is targeting the stumps, swinging the ball into the right-hander. We saw Jiju Janardhan bowl 3 overs in the power play and he didn't lose the plot. Just stick to your strengths.
Beautiful delivery now. This is what you bowl. This is exactly what you bowl. Dot ball to end the over. 3 gone, 27 for 1.
Hazrat Bilal will continue. There have been some outside edges, some playing and missing. But even then, Pacific Group going at 9 runs in over.
The left-hand, right-hand combination is doing the trick for Pacific Group. A boundary there. Beautifully opening the face of the bat, and Hamdan will get 4.
While all the fielders are behind square, and Hamdan Tahir has played this in front of square. In the gap, past that diving point fielder. Once it beats the fielder in the circle, no way you're stopping that ball from going into the fence.
Remind you, it's a power play overs, so there'll be only 2 fielders that you're allowed to keep outside the 30-yard circle. So not much opportunity for you if the batters have a go. Beautiful, beautiful stroke making there. Short ball, just directed it for a boundary.
Well, that was coming. It was predictable. Hazrat Bilal, after getting hit for a boundary, would have gone short. Hamdan Tahir was ready for it. That fielder deep was at square leg, but he's guided it towards that fine leg boundary. So runs coming quickly now for Pacific Group. They're going at 10 runs in over. They want to finish this game off quickly. Again, net run rate is going to play a key role in this tournament.
And I'm sure that the message would be sent to these 2 batters very, very clearly. They need to finish this game really quick. That's why if you see, while they're respecting good deliveries, they're not staying back from playing those shots. A dot ball, good comeback. Hazrat coming in again. This time he's gone big. Aerial. But the ball will drop short. Will it reach the fence? No. It's dropped vertically down. That makes it a little difficult to trail in and go further. If it drops in at an angle of 45 or lower, it generally will skid through.
Yeah, absolutely. This time, as they say, plugging into the grass. And Malal Siddiqui, well, he's done well. Didn't give up the chase and keeps it down to 2. But good to see this from Hamdan Tahir. He's taking on the short delivery. He's taking on the fast bowler.
15 of 7. Driven and driven beautifully. There's a chase on. He's running ahead of the ball. Not very often do you get to see that the fielder is running ahead of the ball and then waits for the ball to slow down to pick up the ball. But it's seen here right now.
Yeah, guiding that ball towards the boundary rope, Ali Anwar. I think his fear was that if he had tried to go for that dive and missed it, that would have raced away. So went for the safer option, but they run to.
Well, yeah, I've heard of walk-alongs, where people walk along someone who doesn't like to walk alone. There are run-alongs, there are watch-alongs, and now there is field-along.
Again, a short delivery and called wide by Shiju Sam. 13 runs off the over. An expensive one. The Pacific group are running away with this chase. 40 on the board already.
12 of the over. 13 in fact with that wide. 3.5 overs now required. Run rate is just 4.7. What they've done is they've got the required run rate under so much control that the pressure will be on the bowling side and they will commit errors, because you can't be looking at trying to defend a 4.7 required run rate as a bowlers. The shoulders will droop of the fielders. Onto the pads. Big shout. And the umpire's given it. Hamdan walking across and committing an error. The ball went straight crashing into his pads.
Well, that was fast and furious. Hazrat Bilal, the last delivery of his over, and he gets it right. Swinging in at pace, right in front of the stumps. Big appeal, and Shiju Sam raises his finger. Hamdan Tahir is hurt. But he has to limp out as Pacific Group and over number 4 with 40 on the board and 2 wickets down. Tehran Khan will continue. Makes sense. No point holding back those overs. But that man is not holding back. Abhay Jotin again drives through cover. Doesn't get a boundary, but get 2 runs.
Well, there was some hand on that ball when it passed that extra cover fielder. Slowed down the entire pace. And eventually, just a couple. Tehran continues. He's picked up a wicket. He's getting some movement, which primarily means he's still a threat. And the only way to win this game for Mid East Metals is by picking wickets. Beautifully there. Just slightly slower. And wide away from Abhay Jotin. A dot ball.
Yeah, rightly said, Neil. They're not defending this total by bowling out the full 20 overs. They have to get a cluster of wickets. Got the wicket of Hamdan Tahir. If they can get Abhay Jotin here, maybe just cause some nervousness in this Pacific Group batting. Except for Jiju and Abhay Jotin, nobody has clicked so far.
He's bowling really well. Just 17 he has given for that one wicket that he's picked. I'm actually waiting for the spinners to come up. It was the spinners that turned the game on its head in favor of the Pacific Group. 8 wickets for the spinners. And I wonder what is the skipper thinking? Why is he holding back the spinners?
Well, they do have the option of Manal Siddiqui, left arm spin, and the captain himself, Khurram Khwaja. I think Numan Khan is a left arm spinner as well. But other than that, all medium pacers. Ali Anwar pulls medium pace as well. Not a lot of spin options for Midis Medal.
Yeah, take the pace of the ball. Keep the ball low. Get rewarded. Weights on offer and beautifully placed. Goes over the infield and gets rewarded. Abhay Jotan, boundary.
Yeah, was deliberate. Didn't want to keep it down. Wanted to go over the infield. And he's middled it. One bounce into the fence. It's a big boundary. Maybe in Sharjah that would have been 6. Abhay Jotin is looking good. 22 of 18. Tehran Khan, after 3 dot balls, concedes a boundary. He has to finish well here. 6 off the over already. Even those 2 wickets have not slowed down the run rate.
Last ball. This time towards mid-wicket, straight to the fielder. Dot ball and end of the over. 5 overs gone. It's 46 for 2.
Last over of the power play. And it's the angry young man in the com box, Ahmed Khwaja. An angry young man with the ball, Hazrat Bilal, coming in.
Thank you very much, Abdurrahman. Leading edge. Well, that could have gone absolutely anywhere. Hazrat Bilal, like you mentioned, surly, tall, angry, fast bowler. Couldn't be more nicer off the field. But once he crosses that white line, you don't want to get in the way of this man. He's got too much heat.
Yeah, that Yorker to Hamdan Tahir is a perfect example of what he can do when he's in good rhythm. They had the staggered slip cord in for Hamdan, but for some reason, when Fayaz is coming to bat, nobody catching behind the keeper.
Yeah, defeated him with sheer pace. In fact, Abhay Jotan, he's looked fluid as always. 22 of 19. Can Hazrat Bilal get rid of him and really set the cat among the pigeons for PG? It would make the match very interesting. Oh, inside edge, that could have gone anywhere. And even a stylish, elegant player like Abhay Jotan can get ruffled by the speed of Hazrat Bilal.
This is the slower track here at the ICC Academy Ovals. Ball not coming as quickly as some of the other wickets. Would have been fun to see Hazrat Bilal bowling in one of those Australian style tracks.
Well, it would have been fun to see him with the UAE national team in Australia, period. Him and Junaid Siddiqui, they'd be clocking the best of the best on the lids. Maybe sometime in the future, who knows? He certainly has the quality, Hazrat Bilal. Down the leg side, going for that big flick. Appeal to the umpire, but Fayaz Ahmed was nowhere near it.
With a rare in-swinger to the left-hander. Has been taking the ball away in his spell so far. Tried something different. Just lost his wrist. Going down the leg side for a wide. Good take by Atikur Rahman.
Fabulous keeper he is. Another young man doing the rounds. His name is being whispered for a national call-up because of his wonderful keeping. His a perennial member of those UAE national team training camps here at the academy. Just looking to find that breakthrough performance in one of these high caliber domestic tournaments. Once again down the leg side, not quite in the right zones to the left-hander Hazrat Bilal.
Well, he did take Hamdan Tahir out of the equation. Probably trying that in-swinging Yorker to the left-hander again. Just losing his radar. The last over of the power play. Third on the trot for him as well. No matter how fit you are as a fast bowler, when you put in the hard yards, not easy to bowl 3 on the trot.
Absolutely. It's another sultry, steamy night here in Dubai. So that fluid loss can really get your muscles to cramp up, especially the big fast man. They need to remain really well hydrated. Bowled with authority. What a shot from Fayaz Ahmed. Absolutely glorious.
So strong, square of the wicket. So strong off that short ball. He was ready and waiting. Got the middle of the bat. And that ball has raced away to the boundary.
Well, this man has been a domestic teammate of Shoaib Akhtar, the Rawalpindi Express. So he knows how to play pace. You can't bowl that short stuff to him. Look at that, pulled in front of square. That's why he has such a big cult following here in the domestic scene, Fayaz Ahmed. And his heart rate has not even increased a notch. He makes it look easy. That's the sign of a great. Now there's a deep mid wicket for him. What a sign of respect for Fayaz Ahmed from Hazrat Bilal. You love to see it. Is that a double bluff? Is he going to pitch short? Or maybe go for the toes like he did for Hamdan Tahir? Always a game within a game. Length delivery. Look at that punch down the ground. That is the best of Fayaz Ahmed. What an off drive.
Well, whether he was going for that double bluff or not, Fayaz Ahmed has played the shot of the match. Straight down the ground. Perfect execution of that straight off drive. Fielder had no chance. And back-to-back boundaries for the left-hander.
What a sequence. First that pull shot through mid-wicket. Then that slightly fuller delivery. Just punched down the ground. So sweet. And he goes for it again. This time towards square leg. One bounce over the rope.
Well, this one extra over for Hazrat Bilal is doing the damage for Mid East Metals now. He looks tired, he looks exhausted. And Fayaz Ahmed is enjoying himself in the middle.
Such a cruel game is cricket. It's a batter's game. It needs any proof. You saw it right there. Hazrat Bilal giving his all. But Fayaz Ahmed making it look like child's play out there. Fantastic batting. 3 fours in a row. And that's really knocked the stuffing out of Hazrat Bilal and Mid East Metals. He's moved to 13 of just 4 deliveries. Required run rate below 4.
Even with that wicket falling, that run rate just about 11 and over. Last ball coming up. This time Fayaz Ahmed has gone even better. Square leg for a boundary. 4 fours in a row.
Well, the wheels have come off. Once again, look at that swivel pull. Nobody out there at deep square. Easy pickings for the man that is Fayaz Ahmed. 17 of 5 now. 66 for 2 at the end of power play. So it's the skipper coming on after power play. Abhay Jotan. Well, he'd been enjoying the fireworks from the non-striker's end, and he does the smart thing, feeding the strike to Fayaz Ahmed, who's feeling it tonight.
Good decision there by Abhay Jotin. Fayaz Ahmed, good touch.
We saw his skill against the fast bowlers. Let me tell you, he's even better against the spinners. He loves that glide, that slog sweep. Uses the offside as well. Steps out and just club down the ground. The main strength that Fayaz Ahmed has is he understands the psychology of a bowler. He knows what he's going to do even before he's into his delivery stride.
Yeah, absolutely. One of those batsmen, so difficult to bowl to, because he'll be premeditating, he'll understand exactly what shot he needs to play, and with the same delivery has the ability to play 2-3 different shots. Fayaz Ahmed, as you said, very good when he glides it down to third man, and then from that same length and line will pick you and deposit you towards mid wicket.
And of course, he's played majority of his cricket in Rawalpindi and Islamabad, back home in Pakistan, on a very lively pitch. So he knows how to take on the fast man. And then, of course, if you cannot play spin at domestic level in Asia, you're never going to succeed. Let's see if Khurram Khwaja can pry one wicket out here. Maybe tempt a big shot. A mistimed one. Hard crack through the offside. Straight to that deep extra cover. Well placed there.
Not going towards the stumps, Khurram Khwaja. Don't think he's going to get a wicket with a wide delivery outside off stump. 7 of the dismissals of Mid East medals were the ball hitting the stumps or the pads right in front of the stumps. So aim for those 3 sticks right there.
Yeah, that could have you in business. Meanwhile, Abhay Jotan just looking to shepherd this run chase to its desired objective. 116 is the target. So they're well on their way. And it'll be a commanding win, most likely, for PG, unless there's a almighty collapse. Looks unlikely. They're just taking ones off Khurram Khwaja for now. Steps out, Ben belts it straight. And belts it for 4.
Well, Khurram Khwaja has done really well not to get a hand to that one. He's not seen it. Could have done a lot of damage to his fingers. Just pulled out at the right minute. 75 for 2 now at the end of 7, Pacific Group, with 41 runs needed to win.
So a youngster making his Arabian Cricket League debut, Mustafa Ayub. Well, he got a golden duck with the bat. Let's see what he can produce with the white seed in hand. Looks to be a medium pacer. Shortish run up. There's a long on in place for him. Deep mid wicket, deep square leg, deep cover and a deep third. So pretty much orthodox field for a pacer outside the power play. Oh, he's lost his footing. Be careful, young man. He comes in from an angled run up from the edge of the pitch, and that's where his feet landed. Needs to be careful. Very careful indeed.
Well, if you wanted any signs about the dew on the field, that's one. Even those grippers, just not there, just like that. That back foot slipping. And he's very lucky, he's still walking around.
Yeah, you could easily turn your ankle there. Has to be very, very watchful indeed. We saw yesterday Saifullah Noor had the same issue. Took a tumble 2 or 3 times playing for Galleon Cricket Club. Oh, that's a good delivery. Well, he seems to be a carbon copy of a certain Hassan Ali. Right on the money. Good delivery. Surprised Abhay Jotin.
Very well spotted there, Ahmed Khwaja. Very similar to Hassan Ali. That first ball. And we've seen Hassan take a couple of tumbles as well when he comes into bowl. That back foot landing at an angle. Good start.
Let's see if he can pry through Abhay Jotin's defense. Good delivery and wonderful square drive. How has he hit that gap and how has he hit the fence? My goodness, what a player Abhay Jotin.
Oh, he's unbelievable talent, this lad here. Just got the outer half of the bat, guided it past that point fielder. Ball racing away.
Incredible talent we found in the UAE. I'm sure he's developing a big fan base already for people watching on Fan Code or CricTracker or the ICC Academy Facebook page. This boy is a serious player. Onto the pass this time, nipping in. Probably be a leg by. Let's see how Fayaz Ahmed tackles him.
Abhay Jotin, one of those batsmen that has that slight quirk when he comes into bat, has a look at his grip very similar to Pujara in his approach.
Well, if you remember, you're a 90s kid like me, Sanat Jayasuriya, he had the craziest pre-stance routine. He used to tap his glove, his bat like 7 or 8 times, touch his pads, touch his box, the thigh pad, everything had to be touched at least once just before getting into his stance. And then he'd smash you over point for 6.
Yeah, 7 points of contact if I remember correctly. Ahmed Khwaja right next to me, counting how
Well,
many
it would be a TikTok challenge these days to imitate the great Sanat Jayasuriya. What a player he was. The stuff of nightmares for us Pakistan fans. Smashed us to bits. Oh, pacey delivery. I like the look of Mustafa Ayub.
Yeah, he's young, raw, but he's quick. Looks like a good talent with the ball. You don't see that very often here in the UAE. See a lot of young batsmen coming up. Good to see a fresh-faced fast bowler.
Well, you very rarely see Fayaz Ahmed being rushed into a shot. Cool and calm customer. No matter what the situation, his body language never changes. He's completely chilled out. And that one slightly wider and given as a wide. Umpire Shiju, perhaps a touch harsh on the young lad.
Shiju Sam, doesn't matter if you're in a debut game in front of him, he's going to treat you the same way he'd treat Zahoor Khan or Junaid Siddiqui in the outfield. Master of discipline, Shiju Sam.
And what I love the most about Shiju Sam, he works hard on his umpiring game, so to speak. He's always studying the game, even if he's not an active participant in it. Watches the action, calculates the over rates, looks at the angles, looks at his fellow umpires, how they operate and what he can learn and glean from them. That's the sign of a top lad, a top umpire.
And has a lot of conversations with us as well. Since we see a couple of replays, he'll come over and ask us, was that the right decision? Did I make the right call at that time? Not one of those people who wants to shy away from mistakes as well. They're all human. We've seen that happen.
Absolutely. Once again, threw his bat at it. Will be a wide. He's not getting that movement we saw earlier in the evening. Perhaps that ball has just gone a bit soft, a bit wet. That seam It gets deteriorated very quickly in this greasy outfield.
And not to mention Fayaz Ahmed knocking the leather off that as well. And that third over from Hazrat Bilal, I think, was a bit extra. Maybe at that time Ayub would have been a good option with that ball still new and fresh.
Coming into Fayaz and just chopped into the offside. A steady over from the young lad. Impressive. 83 for 2. So 33 runs away from victory RPG. Mid-East Metals battling hard to break this partnership of 43 runs between Abhay Jotin and Fayaz Ahmed. But they look very well settled at the crease. The skipper, Khurram Khwaja, will continue. Went for 9 in his first. What will Fayaz Ahmed's approach be against him? I figure it'll be aggressive. That's the way he likes to play. Steps out, takes it on the foot and lays it over extra cover. No chance for the sweeper.
Intelligent shot that. He did charge down the track. It was outside off stump, but didn't try to drag it towards mid-wicket. Went over extra cover. One bounce into the fence. Clearly, Fayaz Ahmed has hurt Ahmed Khwaja. He is going to go aggressive. Try to take the maximum runs in this Khurram Khwaja over.
Well, we've watched Fayaz Ahmed do this to so many bowlers over the years. Hit hard, but there is a mid-off in place. Was trying to go over him, just out of his reach. Ali Anwar himself fielding in that position.
Very interesting field placing that. They have a mid-off, very straight, and then a long off right behind him.
Much too wide. Well, he's afraid of Fayaz Ahmed stepping out and belting him down the ground. Hence not looking to bowl wicket to wicket. That's a moral victory for the batter.
Well, even if he does land that within the stumps, don't think he's going to get an LBW coming over the wicket to the left-hander. This time, Khurram Khwaja lets it go between his legs.
Yeah, I'm not interested in getting in the way of a Fayaz Ahmed on drive. Smart thinking. We still have the entire tournament remaining. You don't want to bust a finger or a big toe. Abhay Jotin, 30 of 26. He's hit some sparkling shots, but been pretty sedate for the most part. Now they're spreading the field on the leg side for him. There is a deep square, deep mid wicket and a long on. So they're expecting a big shot down the ground.
Well, coming around the wicket to the right-hander. Lands it in the stumps. He should stick to this angle against Fayaz as well. Just giving him too much width. Khurram Khwaja.
Yeah, you have to at least look to attack on all facets. Bold, LBW. Need to bring them into the game. Not only caught. 29 of just 14 deliveries. And he's barely broken a sweat, Fayaz Ahmed.
Well, that single, the 50-run partnership comes up as well. 29 off the bat from Fayaz and 21 from Abhay Jotin.
Yeah, they look a really good pairing, don't they? Abhay at 3, Fayaz Ahmed at 4. That's a rock-solid top order for Pacific Group. And if Hamdan clicks into form, Jiju, we know all about his class as well. Steps out, lofted. And into the schoolyard for a maximum.
Well, this is a dangerous ploy. Keep feeding him outside off stump and he's going to keep belting it into the school. Fayaz Ahmed has crossed Abhay Jotin now, 35 of just 15 deliveries.
Well, the teapot is out for KK, but there's nothing much you can do. Fayaz Ahmed using his feet. This is a good angle. Look at that. Just a shuffle. Takes it on the half volley and easy as pie. Wonderful shot.
Well, again, I don't understand these tactics. Aim for those stumps. Try to get that LBW or bowled into the equation. It's been the most successful mode of dismissal so far. That wide delivery outside off stump, there's no chance you're going to hit the stumps.
Swept through mid-wicket there. And Fayaz Ahmed will retain the strike. 97 for 2 at the end of 9 overs. Mustafa Ayub continues his spell. Looks a bright young talent. Skiddy fast bowler. Let's see if he can sneak one through the gate. 36 off 16 for Fayaz Ahmed, who's looked like he's batting on a completely different surface to anybody else. Can Mustafa Ayub cause some disturbance in the force for Pacific Group? Oh, he's gone downtown and muscled it for a mega 6.
Clearly no disturbance in the force for Fayaz Ahmed. He's batting with Jedi mind control right there.
Well, that was a shot of anger from the calm and cool Fayaz Ahmed, introducing the youngster to the Arabian Cricket League. New balls, please. Well, 100 has been raised in just 9.1 overs. You do have to feel for young Mustafa Ayub. He's facing such a high quality pair. Forced off the back foot this time. This time he'll be slightly relieved to see Fayaz off strike, but then you got Abhay Jotin.
It's a minute slow, Abhay Jotin. Still going at better than a run a ball. 31 of 27 for him. He's been off strike for quite some time.
Yeah, he's just watched Fayaz Ahmed take control of the game. And he has that ability to just anchor down, just occupy the crease. That's a rare quality. We see a lot of bashers and biffers in the UAE domestic scene. Good to see a well-rounded batter who can play any kind of role the team needs. Down the leg side, it's gone through a teak. And will it hit the fence? Oh, good footwork there from Harun Altaf, usually a wicket-keeper himself, but he moved smartly there.
Yeah, Atiq has done well to get some glove on that ball. And Harun has saved 1 run for his team as they take 3.
Just about 10 runs away from victory. This match looks pretty much done and dusted. Well, tomorrow we have a double header at the Arabian Cricket League as the weekend is upon us. So the first game will be at 4 p.m. local time. Of course, we'll be glad to have your company for some thrilling T20 cricket. Hit hard and over mid-off. Fayaz Ahmed wants to end this in a hurry.
Well, 9.3 overs and 110 on the board already. 1 hit away now, Pacific Group. Fayaz Ahmed is 1 hit away from a half century as well. What a knock this has been.
Banged in short and he was ready. Just using the bounce against the bowler there. Look at that innings. Brilliant strike rate. 2 maximums. He's only played 3 dot balls. The rest has just disappeared over and through the fences. And this will be a commanding victory for PG. Oh, he's beaten him there. I think it was the change of pace.
Went for the slower one. Fayaz Ahmed threw his shot even before the ball had reached him. That's good to see. Abhay Jotin, even though he is the lesser experienced of the two in this pair, just coming and having a conversation. Let's finish this game off together. Let's not give them a wicket.
Well, we've seen it happen so often. Just on the brink of victory, you lose a wicket. The set batters. Outside edge. And that will run away for 4 over third man. 50 for Fayaz Ahmed in just 21 balls.
He's deserved that, Fayaz. Bit of luck going his way. Thick outside edge. And third man was very square at that occasion.
And with them completing this run chase well in the first half of the innings itself, a huge net run rate boost for PG. They'll be leaping up that points table. Mid East Metals, they'll have 3 matches played, 1 win and 2 losses. So they need to get their house in order. Oh, beats him again, going for that slash. And it's 114 for 2 at the halfway stage. So it's going to be Ali Anwar into the attack for the final rights of this game. Abhay Jotin on strike. And Abhay Jotin goes over mid-off. Not quite timed, but they will take 2, and that will be victory for Pacific Group by a commanding margin of 8 wickets. Well played.
Well, Ali Anwar coming into bowl, just the one delivery. Abhay Jotin going inside out. Couldn't get a boundary. They walked the 2 and finished the game with 8 wickets in hand. This is a commanding win by Pacific Group.
It was a batting no-show from Mid East Metals. They needed somebody to take responsibility in the middle order. They had won the toss, elected to bat first, but got cleaned up for 115, and it was a small target to chase. Jiju and Hamdan Tahir couldn't quite get going, but this wonderful partnership of 76 runs between Abhay Jotin and Fayaz Ahmed, the latter getting a sparkling 50, took Pacific Group home without any worries.
The bowling card, Tehran Khan started off proceedings well, got the wicket of Jiju Janardhanan, and Midis Metal did believe at that stage. Hazrat Bilal bowled well for his first 2 overs, and in the third over, Fayaz Ahmed enjoying himself against the pacer. Khurram Khwaja and Mustafa Ayub bowling 2 overs with conceding 47 runs between them. 11 extras bowled in just the 10 overs. And a 76-run partnership between Abhay Jotin and Fayaz Ahmed finishing the game. So then that's the match summary. Midis Metal won the toss, elected to bat, and scored only 115 runs in their 20 overs. Khurram Khwaja top scoring with 20. And Numan Khan and Faizan Awan getting amongst the runs. Lakshman Manjrekar, pick of the bowlers, picking up 4 wickets, with Mujahid Amin and Adil Malik picking up 2 wickets each. And in the run chase, it was Fayaz Ahmed and Abhay Jotin unbeaten as they chased the total down. Tehran Khan and Hazrat Bilal picking up a wicket each. Pacific Group winning this encounter by 8 wickets.
Well, like I mentioned earlier, it's a double header Saturday, and it's going to be match number 13. Infusion Inverji Lions taking on a team making their debut in the Arabian Cricket League, Footprint Defenders. So really looking forward to that contest. It's going to be at 4 p.m. local time. So do join us for that at the ICC Academy. Now it's over to Neil Oja with the post-match award ceremony. Over to you. It's good night from the Combox.
Check.
Check, 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 check. Right, welcome ladies and gentlemen to the post-match presentation of the SkyExchange.net ICC Academy Arabian Cricket League powered by FanCode. Now before we begin, we would like to thank ICC Academy and all its administration involved behind the scenes for support and hosting this level of a tournament. We'd also like to thank our sponsors, title sponsor SkyExchange.net, got our powered by sponsor FanCode, official streaming partner FanCode, and event partner TCM. Now in the 12th match of this league, we saw two teams coming head to head. The first one succumbed under the conditions and scored just 115, but the second team came in and comfortably beat them by 8 wickets. We're talking about Pacific Group coming at top, 116 for 2 in 10.1 overs. That's what they needed to crush Mid-East Metals in this encounter by 8 wickets. Now, for the player of the match, I have Mr. Tehseen Javed, our match referee, who will be awarding this prize. There was a fantastic performance with the bat as far as Pacific Group are concerned. 51 of 22, including 8 boundaries and 2 sixes by Fayaz. But the player of the match goes to this guy who crushed the opposition, picking up 4 wickets in 4 overs, giving just 19 runs, and also was a part of a fantastic run out. Lakshman Manjrekar is the player of the match. He'll be collecting his trophy from Mr. Tehseen Javed. Lakshman, if you could come and have a quick chat with us. Thank you so much, Mr. Javed. Lakshman, first up, great performance. Wicket में assistance था, क्या था कि आज इतनी तगड़ी bowling हो गई?
Actually, we were getting some benefit from the wicket. You know, the ball was coming little bit swinging, so I tried to bowl within the stump, and I was trying some variation, and it was a good start from Adil Bhai and also from Akif Raja. So that's why we were going for a wicket, and this time it worked.
Yeah, they definitely worked. We also saw a couple of balls staying extremely low. So was there a patch over there which you aimed at that this is where if we hit, the ball is going to stay a little low?
Yeah, I saw Jiju Bhai bowling was there. You know, there was a couple of spots where ball was keeping low and little bit slow down also. So I tried to bowl on those patches, and this time, you know, I was lucky. It went in my favor.
Lakshman, many a times, you know, as an all-rounder, one wonders which is my better suit, the bowling or the batting. If you had to pick one, which one would that be?
No, I'll pick anytime whatever I do that day.
Oh, that's a very diplomatic answer. Well, let you have it, Lakshman. Very well done. Congratulations. Well, that's Lakshman Manjrekar, the player of the match, picking up 4 wickets in 4 overs and 19 runs, and also got a part of the run out that was happening. Now, to catch all the excitement, obviously, yes, you'll be joining us again tomorrow. It's a double-header day where we have 2 games starting at 4 p.m. local time. Don't go away. FanCode app and ICC Academy Facebook page. That's where we will be seeing you. From everyone here at the ICC Academy, it's good night and God bless. Thank you.